And here I am being joined by the youngest member of the family, Caleb Lawrence. How are you doing, Caleb?
I'm doing good.
Welcome in liberty into the podcast. The PrototypeDad podcast. What the heck is a broadcast?
Wait,
It's almost like I've never said anything on a camera before. Have you ever said anything on a camera before? Looking directly at it? Like that? Did you just...
No.
Oh, that was my watch.
Oh,
Did you just toot? Yeah, it's happening right now. Caleb joined me unexpectedly. He's going to be the first guest on the podcast. Just saying hi.
Hi.
And that window is really bright. I think it maybe adds a little... Hold on, let's do this really horribly and add some super, extra illumination right there. Oh yeah, that is absolutely horrible.
This is how you make apology
lighting
videos.
is all over the place. I have no idea where this podcast is going, but...
Probably on Google.
I don't know if it's a podcast, vodcast, self-diary of exploration. I don't know. What do you think?
Probably VOD and pod.
VOD and pod. VOD and pod. That sounds really weird.
Well,
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what I should say.
well,
I want to talk about how fat I used to be, how skinny I am now, why I'm trying to get healthy. How I try to be a good dad, but I'm not sure if I am. I always ask for feedback for...
you are.
My greatest critic right here. He tells me whenever I suck and whenever I'm good too. So, whatever. I just try. I try to be a good dad. I work real hard. I don't know. I don't know where this is going. I don't know where it'll end up. But I want it to be fun, because I'm fun. I try to be fun. I can be stern. I can be upset. I can get angry, just like any dad. But I can also be blinded by my own lights from my camera. Got to figure out that light situation behind me over there because that looks horrible. Hey, Caleb. Hey, Grip boy. Go close that light. See if that helps. Oh, no. Oh, that's even worse. We're destroying the light. This is horrible. And this is how it's all going to start. And one day, whenever I'm rich and famous, you'll look back at this and we'll all laugh. Actually, I don't care about being rich and famous. That is not what I'm about. I just want to be a good dad, have a good life, leave a good legacy, and hopefully help people along the way. That's all I'm about, just trying to help people. It's what I try to do in my job. That's how I try to be out whenever I'm out in public. I always try to look for opportunities to help others. I may be successful at it. I may not be successful at it. But at least I try, right? I think that's the only thing we can do, right, buddy?
Yep.
At least try.
Yep.
Because if we don't try, then we will never succeed. We may fail along the way, but we at least have to try. That's what I'm trying to do with this podcast. I want to, I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I said PrototypeDad podcast because I keep saying prodcast. What in the heck is a prodcast? Why is he saying prodcast? What is that? What does that mean? No, podcast. I said PrototypeDad podcast because that is what my gamer tag is.
Yes.
On Xbox, and I think it fits me pretty well. I feel like a prototype dad. I feel like I am in the process of being perfected for production. That sounds really funny to think about it that way, but I didn't come with a manual. I don't know how to be a dad. For these guys, I didn't know how to be the perfect dad for them, father, dad, whatever you want to call it. But I try, and I'm learning along the way, and I feel like I'm constantly in the prototype stage as far as being a dad. What does that mean? How do you be a dad? How do you be a father? How do you raise your children properly? How do you raise them to love and respect others? How do you raise them to be a good citizen in the world and give back more than they take? What does that mean? And I want to find out by asking other dads. Eventually, I hope to get to where I can interview other dads and talk about what being a dad means and moving from an average dad, which I feel like I've been, whether it's true or not, that's what I feel, and to being an excellent dad. And what does that look like? What are the things you have to do in your own life to become a better dad? And that's what I want to get out of this podcast. I want a podcast that will help us dads. I'm going to keep saying dad because I love the word. Dad. But how do we help us dads in this world be better, excel, be better fathers for our children, help them by being good examples for them, help them by learning how to serve their community. It's one thing I feel like I need to work on. I don't feel like I serve my community enough. I feel like I've been overly focused on self-development in my own career, and I'm trying to take time to figure out what I need to do to give back to my community and help out there, looking for those opportunities. And I'm looking off to the side, and I can't find where the camera's at. I know it's right there, but I keep looking in the wrong area. I'm looking at myself on the screen. So, anyways, down the rabbit hole we go. But I want to explore what it means to be an excellent dad and get out of that prototype stage to where we're serving our communities, setting good examples for our family, whether you be married, single dad, widowed or divorced, whatever it may be, significant other, whatever your lifestyle choice is. But like, how do we get out of that prototype stage of being a dad and get to that model where we're excelling at leading our families, leading our children, setting examples, living a legacy life that lasts long after we're gone, so that we can make our world better? Because I honestly think the only way to improve our world, it's not politics, it's not any of that stuff that we see on the media. That's not how we improve our world. I think we improve our world by having a strong foundation in the home. And the only way to do that is to have a family structure that is suitable for growth, based on love and generosity and self-development. Like, we got to develop ourselves. If we always blame other people for how our lives are going, we'll never get outside of our box. We'll never get better. We'll never strive to achieve. We'll never dream beyond ourselves. We've got to take ownership of our own lives, and that's what I'm trying to do with this. I want to take ownership of who I am as a dad and use that to help raise my children in such a way that they do the same. They take ownership of their lives. They understand their choices. They understand the reasons why they want to do what they want to do. They understand the reasons behind why they may either succeed or fail. And in a failure, I mean a learning experience, right? It's not that you didn't try your best or whatnot, but it's a learning experience. And taking that and learning from it and making themselves better and using that to also enrich other people's lives. I think that's what I want to get out of this. But I really want to learn from others. I don't just want this to be a self-exploration, because I can only go so far as myself. I'm only such a wealth of knowledge. There's so many other people out there that I believe have had more diverse experiences than me that I could potentially learn from. And I want this to go beyond myself. I want this to be something that is dynamic and constantly growing, something that is not useful just to me, but useful to others. And I want this to go beyond just me now. I want this to last. I want this to be something that people can look back on. May it be my little guy that's sitting off over to the side over here. I say little, he's 13. And that makes me think like how much little time I have left with him in my house to help develop him into a wonderful human that is going to help mold and shape the world through his positive actions, and being an upstanding citizen and showing the world love through his actions. Totally lost my train of thought, but I want this to be something that lasts past myself, something that can be used long after I'm gone. No matter how many years I have left on this earth, I want it to be something that lasts. I have nothing to say that you should listen to, because I am just a normal man. I'm just a normal person living a normal life, quote unquote. We know the term normal actually means absolutely nothing because everybody's different. Everybody has their own quirks, unique viewpoints on the world. That's why I like using the term average. I feel like an average person, an average dad, and I want to be more than that. I'm trying to figure out how to change that. And that's why I want to start whatever this is, podcasts, vodcast, meditation in fatherhood, so to speak. But I really want to learn from others who I feel like are excelling in some areas that I may not be. And so whether this is continuously from here on out called the PrototypeDad podcast or from average to excellent, a journey through the adventure of being a father, whatever this podcast ends up being, vodcast, who knows? It's just a thing. It's a thing on the internet. I'm just a man doing a thing, trying to be funny, trying to add a little joy to the life, trying to give back more than I take. It's the biggest thing. Like, so many people just want to take from this world. I think it's time we start thinking about giving back. And how we do that, I believe, is starting with our own families, setting them up for success, setting them up to be better people that are actually beneficial to society instead of not so much. I don't know what the word is there. I'm sure there's something I could have said that was deep and intelligent, but right now it's out in the ether. I can't remember what I was going to say. But eventually, as I get better at this and I get to have some people on that we can interview and talk to and learn from, maybe we can figure out how to move from being average dads, average fathers, to excellent fathers, raising wonderful children that will make this world a better place. And that's the only thing that we should take out of this is how do we leave this world better than we found it? How do we not take so much out of this world that we end up destroying it in the long run? How do we give back? How do we make this world a better place? As I've done in my career, I try to pour into people that want to be developed, try to offer as many opportunities that I can to help people develop. But we also got to show them how to take that ownership, how to grab a hold of those opportunities, how to lean in to that chance to develop yourself. Even if you fail, it's still a learning experience. It's okay to fail. No reason to shy away from it. I've shied away from things for too long. I've dreamed of being in voice acting, and I've shied away from it because I've thought, ooh, what if I fail? I'm tired of thinking about what if I fail. Let's try to fail. Let's see where we can fail and learn and grow and move on from it. Like this first episode of whatever this mess is that I'm trying to make. Let's take this adventure, see where it goes. I may fail drastically, and that's okay. But that's what I want to do. I want to try and fail, and if I succeed along the way and I actually leave something that's a beneficial legacy to others whenever I go, then that's good. That's what I want. But I'd like to invite everybody that chooses or accidentally stumbles upon this VOD cast thing on the internet, join this adventure with me. Figure out how we're going to make ourselves more than average, stretch out into the excellent, expand ourselves as dads, and hopefully leave a legacy for our kids that leaves this world a better place. Until next time, this is Seth Lawrence, signing off from the PrototypeDad VOD thing. And hopefully I'll have another one of these that has a little more meat, a little more juice to it, something that we can actually dive into and learn from, hopefully. Until then, please leave a comment, thumbs up, a like, whatever you want to do. You can absolutely tell me that I suck, and that's fine. That'll help me grow. Constructive criticism would be best, something I can grow from. just telling me I suck doesn't help me that much, but you know, I'll give you a thumbs up anyways because it's feedback and I'll learn from it. And I have thick skin. I've learned a long life. I'm 41 years old. Almost anything you can say to me won't affect me at this point. I mean, unless you just tell me that you hate my guts for no reason, then that might make me cry, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. And if I don't find that I'm getting what I need to out of this, and I am trying to get something out of this, it's somewhat selfish. But if I find I'm not getting what I need from this, you know, I'll mark it up as a learning experience and I'll move on. But if I find that other people are trying to better themselves and are interested in what I'm trying to find out for myself, then we'll keep this journey going. Until next time, we'll call it quits right here for the Prototype Dad podcast. Later, guys. How do you stop this thing? Maybe that button right there, that red
Yep.
button.